Hi, everyone. As you may already know, I'm a big fan of Phoebe Bridgers. Like a huge, huge fucking fan. Like I own a shirt, I'm just not wearing it right now because I have a tattoo on my side, and that shirt is too skinny and it makes it hurt. Anyways, I'm a huge fan. And so, naturally, the Boy Genius The Record was one of my most anticipated albums of the year, probably right behind Scaring the Hose, honestly. And like Scaring the Hose, it gave me exactly what I wanted and then some. First off, I haven't listened to the other two artists on this album literally at all. I know that's probably a sin to some people. I'm probably committing sacrilege right now, but I just didn't have the time. Like, I knew of them, sure. I think I've heard at least one of their songs, probably, but that's about it. They're just not people I've listened to, and I haven't had the time. But they're stellar, all three of them. This is by far one of the most cohesive, like, singer-songwriter bands I think ever, probably. The consistency between the three vocally is phenomenal, and the layering at which they sing is stellar. The production obviously is great, and that's the reason this works so well, but because it's so good, you hear all of them, and every little, I don't know, octave they hit, you can hear every tonal pitch, and it works really well. Phoebe, obviously, like always, is the centerpiece. She is the star on display, and this is a phenomenal album. If this is her going in that happier direction, then I'm fine with it, because it still has a lot of those same dark and depressive tones that her solo work has without being like overbearing and like straight doomer pilled like a lot of people say her music is. This has a lot of depressive notes, sure, but also moments of like joy and like actual optimism. It's kind of funny. The song Satanist actually just makes fun of nihilism in the third verse, which I thought was hilarious. Not only that, but Phoebe's line of kill the bourgeoisie was peak music, I think, in my opinion. Um, Overall, this album's amazing. I love that there's a Leonard Cohen song. I love Leonard Cohen, and the fact that they also love Leonard Cohen tells me so much, not only about them as musicians, but also just as people. Like, us Leonard Cohen fans are kind of weirdos if you can't tell. He was horny, he was writing poetry, and he did, in fact, live in a monastery, so it makes sense. Um, Anything else? Anything else? Not really, to be honest. The song "We're in Love" is a really touching song. The opening track, the intro, "Without You, Without Them," that's the name of it. I was blown away, to be honest. I didn't expect like an iPhone recording of the three of them just singing, but the second I heard it, I was like, "Oh, this is where the album will be going," and then that's where the album went, and it was beautiful. I really like it as a concept, and I think it feeds into every song really well. It feels like that theme of like, I am a person because of you, but also you're a person because of me, and that like hyper person thing is just very interesting. I like it. It's a cool concept, and I love that the album maintains it while also doing more. Um, Emily, I'm Sorry is a very interesting song. I don't really understand if it's supposed to be like the car crash was real or not. Not sure on that aspect, but I like how the analogy of the car crash is a good way to also represent the relationship being displayed. Um, yeah, no, just a good album, a solid album. It's very much Phoebe Bridgers. If you don't like her sound, then this probably isn't for you. But also, if you're even slightly interested in it, I'd give it a listen. At least like the first three tracks. If you don't like the first three, not for you. But even then, just a good album, a solid album. And I love the rock stuff they do. I love that there are moments of like genuine instrumentation that sounds like a rock band. I don't know. I just something about it kind of scratched an itch that I didn't even know I had. So I'm glad they did that. Overall, great album. I loved it. I hope that whatever they do next as a group, it is just more of this. Yeah, good album. Go listen to it. Go listen to Scaring the Hose. Go listen to Liturgy. I'm probably going to do a review on that next because it's a good album.